Today I'm on a mission to turn this regular pool into a beautiful tropical paradise for tons of crazy fish. We're going to be going out to the swamp, catching all kinds of crazy critters, and stocking up this little pool pond. Not only did we catch some beautiful fish, but we also had some run-ins with the local predators, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. We'll also have some nice underwater footage at the very end of the video showing everything that we put in there. And at the very end, I'm even going to need your help with deciding the future of this pool pond. So without further ado, let's get right into it. To start off, we got this pool that I bought off Amazon for like maybe $170, and we're going to be turning it into a beautiful pool pond. Now I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the audio quality, but it does get better. Alright, so we've added a cinder block and then two of these little crates. And I gotta say, I don't think food's going to be an issue, because we've already got bugs landing on the surface and getting stuck. So we got lots of spiders getting on the surface. Those will be nice bass candy. Unfortunately, time got ahead of me and we had a big storm that dropped a bunch of limbs into the water, and so 1 week later this thing was green and nasty. Golly, that's a lot of wood. There was a ton of sticks and debris, and we had developed a little bit of a leak on the bottom, so this was not a very good start to the pool pond. There might be a leak somewhere, but I'm trying to figure that out. But right now, my main concern is getting this thing cleaned up. With the majority of the wood taken out, it was finally time to move on to the next project. The next thing we're going to do to kind of take this pond to the next level is add a tiny bit of pond dye. That'll help keep this algae from blooming too much now. The blue light filters out the light that the plants really need to grow, and so it kind of stunts their growth a little bit. It's not going to reverse what was already done, but we're going to get some critters that can do that for us. But first, we're going to go ahead and add just a small amount of this pond dye. And for a pool this size, I'm genuinely just gonna dip the cap in the water and see how far that goes. That is just the cap. Now, I don't think that's gonna be quite enough. Maybe just a little spritz of it should be plenty to get this entire pond a nice blue color. That tiny amount right here should be plenty for the entire pond. Now, before you start saying it looks like Gatorade, don't worry. When it rains, it'll help dilute the water quite a bit. After mixing it up a little bit, I think that's going to be plenty of pond dye. I don't want to put too much. Now, I did discover in the bottom there is a hole that a stick come up and poked through. Must have missed it whenever I was setting the pond up. But we're going to go ahead and get some tape, maybe some flex tape from the store, put that on the bottom and see if that fixes the leak. All right, package came in. We have a ton of different kinds of aquarium decorations, and that's what we're going to use for all of the cover for the fish. So I still got the water moving around. I'm going to put these all in place, and then once the water kind of settles down and clears up, we'll see what it looks like. You got your normal stuff like all these greens, but then you also have some more vibrant colors like your pinks and purples and oranges and blues and all these other crazy colors that I think will look really awesome with these fish. Now we put all of this stuff in the water. I'm gonna refill it up to its limit, and then we're gonna see if the water clears up a little bit so we can finally see the decorations. Right now you can't quite see enough because I've had the water really stirred up. Once all that settles down, I think you'll be able to see it a lot better. Let's take a walk in here real quick. Ooh, just stepped on the plant. And you can see down in there all these plants. The fish are gonna love it. Oh, we've already got one little fella down here, and he is really enjoying it down there. He's swimming around those plants. But we've got a lot of fish that we want to add in here, and I'll be showing you the story of how we got that turtle here in a moment. Basically, I was going out fishing with some micro lures, and I found this teeny tiny turtle floating around on the surface, so you know I had to try and reach down and scoop him up. I got him! Look how teeny tiny. I think we gotta put him in the pool pond. This guy is itty bitty. Look at that. All right, we got our water hose going. That's gonna continue to fill this up for the next few hours. I went ahead and did a little makeshift patch. We're gonna see if it holds up or not. And tomorrow, we'll see if everything is settled down and if we can really see the bottom of this pond. I went ahead and rigged it up like this so they can actually aerate the water as well. Already after stepping out of the water, you can see it kind of starting to clear up a little bit. You can see a lot more of the structure. You can see the cinder block I put in here, all these little plants right here. And pretty soon you'll be able to see some fish too. All right, I just cut off the water hose and you can kind of see everything around here. I really need to get some critters out. Oh, there's our little turtle friend. I really need to get some little critters that can eat all of that algae. I'll get some underwater footage tomorrow once we add in some fish, but I'll catch y'all in the morning. Okay, it's the next morning. We've got a whole bunch of junk here and we're gonna be catching some fish to put in the pool pond. So I've got some old nasty bread. We're gonna put some in this little trap and some in this trap and set them out in a couple different spots to try and catch some minnows. Now I'm used to seeing like the bottles and stuff, but that's a new one for me. a little creepy to have out here in the fishing spot, but the water level's up to normal, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time. So I think we'll be able to catch lots of fish in the shallows. Toss it right out there. Oh, fish jumping right there. Right past all those cypress knees. I'll give you a quick little spoiler alert. This trap didn't catch anything, but this other one did. We should be ready to catch. This one might catch bluegill, it might catch minnows, who knows. This other trap, it's got a little bit bigger holes, so I'm not expecting to catch them tiny minnows, but I might still be able to catch something. There we go. And we'll check on that in a little while. I've also got a fishing pole to catch some fish and a net to catch some of them small minnows, but we'll do that in a little bit. We're gonna start off with the fishing rod. All right, well, they're not biting very much on artificial, but I switched over to this crawfish and we'll see if that works. If it doesn't, we will switch over to live bait. I'd like to catch at least one bass. Oh, dadgum, he hit it right there. It wasn't a bass, it was a bluegill. I wanna catch at least one bass, a few bluegill, maybe some red spotted sunfish. They're also called stump knockers. I called them stump thumpers in the last video, which I think is an even cooler name. Ideally, I'd like to be able to net up some grass shrimp and a bunch of minnows, and that should be a protein source for the fish and help keep the algae down. Be kind of dual purpose. There we go. Oh, tiny bass. Perfect. Perfect, exactly what I need. No, you're going in the pool pond. All right, that's like the perfect size for the pool pond. I was looking for like identically this size. If we catch one more bass this size, we might keep it, get a little pair in there. But I wanted it to be too small to eat the turtle, but big enough to where he can kind of grow and not worry about getting eaten by the other fish. So let me go fill up the live well and we'll put him in there. All right, I had him sitting in the net in the water while I filled it up. But here we go. Y'all drop some name suggestions down in the comments below. And I'm gonna get the aerator put in here and we'll keep on fishing for a little bit. If we catch another one that size, we'll keep 2. We don't want to keep more than 2 in the pool pond, but we do want to also catch a lot of bluegill, minnows, things like that. All right, got the aerator going. He's chilling in the bottom. He's kind of calmed down now. Let's go ahead and see if we can catch some more fish. Okay, let's get us a little worm out. We're just gonna use some big old night crawlers. Take a little piece and get to fishing. All right, got our bobber, got our worm, and we'll hopefully be getting a fish. I'm gonna start, I always like to start right by these, oh, something was already hitting it, I think, unless I was hitting that tree. Nope, that's a fish. There we go. Perfect, little stump thumper, as I call them. Red spotted sunfish. This one's real pretty, perfect size for the pool pond. Look at that, pretty one for the pool pond. All right, let's see if there was another one sitting with him. See, that's what I like to do with these cypress knees. When this water's super high up, you can almost always just jig up and down in these little nooks, and they're always there. Oh, there we go. Oh, good one. Oh, that was another one I wanted for the pool pond. All right. Here is a goggle eye. Now, this one's not super pretty. It is fat, might even be pregnant. But we're gonna put it in the bucket, and if we catch a prettier one, we'll release this one and keep the prettier one. But we have got a goggle eye, also known as a warmouth, red eye sunfish, just a few different names for him, rock bass. Let's put him in there. If we catch a prettier one, we'll swap him out, but that's a cool catch. Holy crap. There's a big alligator over there chewing on something. He just jumped up on land, grabbed it, and started snacking. I had to reach for my phone real fast. That's a big sucker, too. Mosquito on my neck. He's going back up. I think there's more. Somebody must have dumped something there. pulling it into the water. Can't tell what it is from this far away. That's crazy. He's just pulling it away, whatever it is. Looks like it might be a fish carcass. That's a, woo. That's a good sized alligator there. That's really far away. Like, look, whoop, way over there. Holy cow. And then I look over here, and we got a snake on a board that's floating by. Reptile's out in full force today. He straight up is just cruising. Look. That's just floating by. I thought it was a turtle for a second. I had to zoom in. My phone's actually better than my eyes are. All right, so just rebaited my hook. I turn the camera off and I lift my thing out the water and I get a bite and it steals my bait. So there is something over here. It just waited to bite like that. There we go. That little turd. All right, another beautiful stump thumper. This one's not quite as vibrant, but I'll put him in the live well, and same thing, if we catch a prettier one, he'll get pardoned and released back out here. Although he'd probably have a longer lifespan in the pool pond than out here in the wild, but we'll see. All right, all the fish are kind of getting along in there. And let's catch some more. And just like that, got one. Smaller goggle eye than the other one. He's smaller. I wouldn't say he's any prettier than the other one that we have. So I'm throwing him back. I really want to catch a very vibrant one. So if we catch one that's real pretty, we'll keep him. I don't want to have too many goggle eye because they are very, very competitive with the other fish. I don't know what creature that was. It was either a gar, might have been a shoe peep. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, see, that's the kind of colors we're wanting in the pool pond. Oh wow, look at that. You can see that bronze color poking through really good. I don't know how it's gonna show up on camera, but it is nice looking. We're gonna go swap him out for that other one that we got. All right, you can see the color difference. I really like this one. This one's super pretty. So we're gonna keep him in the water. And this guy, we will release. Give him one last little look through. I'll smooch for the camera. And here he goes. All right, we got a little bit of hornwort too. I'm gonna toss that in the live well. We'll put that in the pool pond as well. Oh, there we go. Little goggle eye. Nope. Yeah, it is. Real small, plain coloration. Not really what I'm wanting right now. We have one that's pretty. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, regular bluegill, not too pretty. He'd be good for like just throwing maybe in the pond or the bait pond that we have up front, but I'm not interested in putting him in the pool pond. Just a regular little bluegill. Let him swim back free. Get some action here. I kind of gotta balance. Ooh, and it's slippery too. Had a rainstorm this morning, so I'm on a slick algae covered log in water where I just watched an alligator drag something into the water. So I'm trying to be pretty cautious here, but the fish are biting, and if they're biting, I'm catching. Let's go. All right, pretty one, not quite as pretty as that other one, and it's a little bit bigger. Oop, and he released himself anyways. But if you thought that one was pretty, just wait until you see what I pulled out of the water next. Oh, this one's it. This one's a new one. We're gonna carefully walk back. This one's beautiful. Holy crap. I'm about to give y'all a sweet little reveal. I just want to get on land in case he flops out of my hands. This one is pretty. It's got like some striking green. We might keep both of them. Look how pretty that is. That guy's got, it's got them little green streaks. Still got that copper color. We might just keep both of them because they're both real pretty. Well, I just realized I wasn't recording when I caught this, but when I went and put that other fish in here, I saw a fish swim off from right there and cast right there and caught him. And of course, wasn't recording. Thought I did. I accidentally double clicked, so awesome. Oh, there we go. Oh, good one. This one's kind of pretty. It's not quite as vibrant as some of the others. I'm gonna throw him back. From now on, I'm only gonna keep like the really, really pretty ones. This guy's just not quite at that level. Maybe a little bit brighter orange spots, maybe a little bit darker color overall. I don't know. That one just didn't quite make the cut. All right, if there's a fish in that crack, you've gotta subscribe to the channel and like the video as soon as I catch it. There's no way. All right, well, I guess you don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you still did. Now a little stump. Yeah, there he is. Come on. Okay, we can keep this one. We can keep this one. Look how teeny tiny. Oh yeah, that one's itty bitty. Right, itty bitty sucker, super pretty. We'll keep him. Okay, that just slipped out of my hand, so we're not keeping him. Crap. All right, well, let's try over here. I'm sure we can find some nice ones. Oh, ooh, chunky boy. That's a hefty sucker. Look at that guy right there. Goodness. That's a stud. That one you'd keep to eat. Looks like might be even pregnant. These fish are super fun to catch. This one didn't even put that much of a fight up, honestly. But that was a good fish. All right, we're gonna release him back because I'm not putting this in my backyard pond. He might work in the front yard pond, but honestly, I've got a few of these already, and they'll eat you out of every bait fish you got. So I'm gonna try to catch the smaller ones. Okay, I was going to get some more worms, and where'd they go? There's a bunch of minnows right here. I'm going to try and scoop them up. Oh, got a couple. Okay. Oh, and a grass shrimp. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I need, actually. Hang on. These minnows, perfect bait fish. But that right there is what I want. Those are little grass shrimp, and they will eat all kinds of algae. The grass shrimp usually hide in all that vegetation. Oh, that's a baby bluegill. Oh, and we got a shrimp. Shrimp right there. Perfect. That is an itty bitty baby bluegill. I didn't even see him. I was just scooping. Still lots of minnows right here. All right, look at all them little suckers. Ugh. Come on. Got them all in there. I see a bunch of minnows here. Ooh, I see a bigger fish deeper. There we go. Got a few more minnows. Put them in the bucket. There's like 3 gar right there. Oh, mullet scared the crap out of me. Oh, that mullet just jumped and scared him away. You gotta be kidding me. Here. Oh! I even caught like a real small one, but I didn't expect to catch him just in a net. Oop. Plenty more minnows. We've got a ton. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is gonna show up on camera or not, but there is a school of tiny, like too small for this net, fish. All right, now I'll dump in a ton more. This thing is full of them now. Big gator back there, and there's another one coming towards me. But I think that one over there scared him off. There he is. Good size sucker too. Just had a boat come by and it was unfazed. Now he's a little closer. I can see he's probably about 6, maybe 6.5 feet long. So he's not super big. That other one was much bigger. He didn't seem too scared of me. And after catching a whole bunch of boring minnows, I finally found some real pretty ones. Did I get him? I might have. Now, I don't exactly know what species this is, but we have a lot of them down here, and they are beautiful. There's some pretty ones too. Oh, you can see the shine on some of their scales. Those are the real pretty ones. Let's put them into the bucket. Look how pretty these things are. Ooh. Look at how beautiful that color is. I was real excited to see what we had in our trap, so I went ahead and checked it out. Now, this trap hadn't always done great for me, but today it caught me 2 tiny bluegill. We had already caught a ton of minnows and other fish, so it's time to head back to the house. Well, it wasn't the best day of fishing, but the bad juju wasn't too bad. All right, we're out here at the pool pond. We've got all the fish here. We're gonna go ahead and release them. Well, I just swam around and caught the catfish that was in here, and I put him in here as a little holding tank, and I even took out all the decorations to try and catch him, and I finally did, and went and got my phone, and he somehow escaped. So, somewhere in here still. But we're gonna go ahead and release all of the fish into the pond before they die. I've got a filter hooked up. I'm hoping that that'll suck in some of the bad stuff and kick out all the good stuff, and maybe we'll be able to clear up some of this water, but that's gonna take a few hours. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and add in all my fish. We got some plants. I'm gonna make sure we get all those plants put in here. That'll help with the oxygen, give a little bit of a natural cover. A little bit of a place for those shrimp to live too, where they're not gonna get eaten immediately. All right, here's our bass. Somebody give him a name in the comments down below. There he goes. Here's one of our red-spotted sunfish. These guys are some turds. They've been stabbing me. All right. Oh, this one's got a purplish shine to it. I didn't even see that before. But here we go. Here's one of our goggle eye. Here's our second, in my opinion, prettier goggle eye. It's got that purple shine to it too. These guys are freaking out and stabbing me with those stupid spines. All right, here's another one, red spot. Let him go. All right. I'm ready to chunk this sucker. Stop it. Another red spot. Go. God, I've been stabbed so many times in the hands now. Another tiny red spot. Another small red spotted sunfish. Right, and then the rest of these are minnows. And even though my hands took a beating from all the fish spines stabbing me, seeing the fish swim around made me super happy, and it was all worth it in the end. All right, you can see the minnows already starting to school up together. These are those real pretty ones, it looks like. Yeah, look how pretty those things are. So that's them. You can see already, since I've kind of kicked some of this up and it's running through the filter, the water's starting to clear up a little bit. Still super cloudy. Can't see many of the fish down there. These fish are a little bit slow right now. But we're gonna go ahead and add all the decorations back in. I'm gonna free our little turtle friend from his cage. And let's go ahead and start adding our structure back in here. I kind of just toss them, scatter them around. And then this is a little portable floating platform for the turtle to get on and for the fish to kind of hide in. Just gonna kind of toss those over there. Drop these over here. Scatter those over there. Now, the water was pretty cloudy at this point, so the underwater footage is really bad. Don't worry, it gets a lot better here in a little while. But this is going to be one of the few clips of the minnows that you're going to be able to see, because these things got eaten up quick. As you can see, the cinder block was a very favorite spot for all the fish to hide, but I guess these fish thought that they would just be able to swim on the surface forever without the other fish taking them out. Sadly, after 3 days, there was not a single living minnow left in this pond. It was kind of amazing to see just how fast the fish adapted. This is maybe 10 minutes after putting the fish in, and already they had found this cinder block and chosen it as their new home. And you can see right there, that's the nice goggle eye, and he's really pretty underwater. And in case you didn't believe there actually was a little tiny catfish, here he is after I finally found him in the pond. Now, as you can see, the water is really murky. It's gonna clear up in the next clip. It ended up taking like 4 days for the water to fully settle and clean out. All right, it might have taken like 4 days, but the water is finally clear enough where we can see the bottom. And man, it looks pretty sweet. And it's crazy how a few hours can make such a big difference, because this is just a couple hours later and we can see all the way through the water. This pump had been working double time for over 4 days just trying to get this water cleared up. We were even able to finally get a glimpse of our little catfish friend in full clear view. But this was nothing compared to the next day. But I'm going to shut up now and let you enjoy a little montage of the finished product. Now, we finally were able to catch a glimpse of the bass. He is super elusive and camera shy, but we need a good name for him, so drop some comments down and give me some good suggestions, and we'll pick one and we'll announce that in the next pool pond video. Now, these next couple of clips are probably what you clicked on this video for. We're going to be feeding the fish and getting live underwater footage. This little fish right here was super curious, and at first I thought he was just coming to check out the camera, but then I found out he had some more nefarious plans. He seemed to want to do a little dine and dash and took off with the entire worm, which is kind of funny because he's really small. But this gave me a good idea, and I was finally able to fulfill my wish of playing tug of war with a fish. Even though this little catfish off to the side is very small, it has such a big personality, and we need to have a really cool name for him. He obviously doesn't know his own size because he even tried to pick a little fight, but obviously he lost that one. But here's where I'm going to need your help, because this pond is far from finished. If you guys can think of anything that would make this pond even better, please drop a comment down below and let me know. We'll make a part 2 and add as many of the things as possible, whether that's new animals, whether that's new structures, whatever you guys can think of, let me know down in the comments down below, and we'll take this thing to the next level. I also want to thank you for watching the video and putting a like on it. Without all of your support and engagement, none of this would have ever been possible. I hope you enjoyed the rest of this underwater footage, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and have a great day.